Hey everybody, hey, it's me Tanya, and I'm continuing my saga with the wasp colonies that I had in my yard and probably still have. Don't know where it is. I've called the city again, and they keep saying that they're going to try to contact the owner of the property behind this property, behind my house. Above that hill is somebody else's property. The hill is actually my property, but beyond that hill, beyond that gate up there at the top, is someone else's property. And the city or the county of Riverside said that they cannot come out here and do any vector pesticides and all that kind of stuff, which really irritated me to the maximum degree. So I was able to finally get through to the city of Paris and spoke with Officer Robinson, really nice guy, and he said that he would send a letter out to the owner of that property behind me and let them know that there's a vector situation and that they would have to come and or have to order an exterminator to get rid of the wasp nest that's most likely on their property. Wasp nests are usually underground where the foragers and the worker bees and the queen, I mean, not bees, the forager wasp and the worker wasp and the queen wasp all live in that, and they're usually underground. Very difficult to figure out where they are if you don't live on that property. If you don't do anything on the property, you're never going to see where they go. So it's just like 8 acres of this guy's property up there, and who knows where it is. So yeah, he's going to have to figure out how to get someone up there to exterminate all of his 8 acres, which might cost him a lot of money, but that's what happens when you buy property. You have to maintain it and you have to keep the community safe. This wasp nest is probably most likely on his property, so it needs to be handled because all of them are coming down from over the hill onto my property and they're landing in my pool. They're landing in my pool and they're pretty much taking over. And I said I was going to come back and show you. This has been about, 13 days since that other vlog that I wanted to show you guys. Oh, by the way, look at one of those little crazy idiots right there. By the way, my daughter and I and her boyfriend we were all out here doing some getting the property together so we can spend some time out here, have a nice oasis type situation over the pool with the sun sails and the lights and everything. So we were out here putting up the lights and the sun sails. We all got bit. Two of us got bit on the ass and one of us got bit on the ankles at the same time, all simultaneously. These things came up out of the rocks right there. They just came up out of the rocks, hiding under the rocks, and as soon as they saw us come by, they just came up and just like psh, 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 just got us, right? So anyway, I just wanted to update you with a little previous knowledge on what the situation is with this wasp and the county not being able to come out here and do anything. So in the meantime, I found this chemical, and I think this chemical is kind of doing the trick a little bit, because literally there is less than half of the wasp population out here since we put this chemical out, and I'll tell you what the chemical is in just a minute. And in all of my research, I found out there's a particular chemical that even the exterminators use. I have a friend who works for Orkin, and I totally asked him about it. And he was like, that's what we use. He said, were you able to get that? And I said, oh, well, I got some on the Amazon. He was like, really? He said, that should work. So what I did was I ordered it. No, it wasn't Amazon. It was Do It Yourself. It was a website called Do It Yourself. You can buy it on Amazon. I figured that out after I found it on the Do It Yourself thing. I got a whole entire kit. And what this stuff is called Onslaught. It's a microcapsular kind of slow release kind of poison that goes with a bait that the wasp like. So I had to test out what the wasp likes to eat, because you have to put this chemical in with the food that they like to eat. And I don't know if you knew this, and I did not know this, but wasps like meat. They eat meat. I thought they were sweet, like like getting nectar and stuff to do pollination and whatnot, but they like meat. And I found out that they like fresh chicken cut up in little tiny pieces like corn kernel size. You got to cut it up because they pick it up and carry it. They like chicken, they like canned tuna. You can probably buy canned chicken as well, but they like canned tuna and they like cat food. Okay? So, and if they're sweet eaters, you would put jelly. Yeah, jelly. So I have some apricot jelly. So I did my test. I did my test to figure out which ones I have. I put out some jelly on a plate, and I put out some. At first, I put out some tuna on a plate, and basically the tuna was so smelly that the flies were taking over. So the tuna, I don't think, in my opinion, was working out. I just don't think it was working out. So I stopped using the tuna and I got fresh chicken instead. That's my meat. So I have meat eaters. They didn't go so much to the sweet, they went more to the meat. So that was going to be our bait of choice. So in these little things right here, I'm going to walk you around back on over here. And you can probably see one over the pool. Oh, got to switch the camera around, but I can't. Anyway, right here over the pool, you see that little orange thing right there? Right over here. That is a bait station. That has fresh chicken meat in there and some of the onslaught in there. Some of the liquid chemical mixed in with the chicken, which is the way that the wasp that's the way that we as consumers, as people trying to extract these creatures off of our property, this is the way we have to do it. We have to put the meat or the bait in the bait station, mix it up with the poison, and allow the wasp or whatever vector you have to go in it, get a piece of the bait with the poison on it, take it back to the hive, and feed it to the larva or the worker bees and the queen. Once the queen dies, the whole colony dies. It's kind of sad, it's kind of morbid, but I'm tired of getting bit on my ass, right? I don't want no more, and I want to be able to enjoy my pool. It's like 100+ degrees out here. I'm not sweating as bad as last time, but it's always hot out here, and we have this nice backyard and a pool to be in, and I want to get in my pool. Okay? So anyway, we have these bait stations out. I have one over here at this end of the patio, all the way down at the end. I don't know if you can see that orange thing down there. And I have this bait plate that I created out of wood and put it on the fence over here. And I have some meat sitting on that. And it's recommended that you come out here at least once a week and replace the meat if it's still there. You want to replace the meat, put some fresh out so that they will come to it. Uh-oh, I got my phone, y'all. So it's best to replace the meat, even though contradictory information online as I was doing my research about this. Wasps, they actually devour roadkill. They devour meat that's been sitting on the concrete in the sun and festering and getting all whatever. They like that stuff, but somehow they're telling us that we need to keep fresh meat, at least just keep it out there for 5 or 6 days and then replace it because it's going to be rancid. I don't know which one to believe, but we'll go ahead and try to put fresh meat out. These have been out here for about 3 days. I got one hanging up right there and another bait plate over here. I had some meat on there. Let me see if it's still a lot of meat on it. I had quite a bit of meat on this plate over here. Not sure if you see the meat. I can't see it, it's too high. But anyway, I have them planted out at least 50 feet apart all over the property. No more than 5 feet in the air. And these are essential. And it says that these stations should work. And within a week of having your stations out, you should see the decrease in population of the vectors. And literally, I feel like I have seen a big decrease in the vectors out here. My husband doesn't think so, but I think so. I think that at least 50% of them have disappeared. Now they must be working on dying right now, which is good for me because now I can come outside and I can enjoy my backyard. Like I've been working on it very hard and I want to be able to enjoy it without the wasp stinging me on my back and my butt, right? So this is my update on my vector control. Of course, I let the officer from the city of Paris know that, yeah, we still got a little bit of a situation and he's going to deal with that on his end. And hopefully once this guy over here does evacuations up there on his hill, and then we have our bait stations down here, then we'll have a nice, beautiful, clear pool that we can swim in. And my dog Rudy, she loves to get in the pool, and she got bit too. I forgot, she got bit on her ass as well. So that will be concluding my rant and my little vlog situation. Look at her, she's in there. That's my Rudy girl. Rubu, watch out, don't let him get you. Don't let him get you, girl. But yeah, there's just a few in here. There's not nearly as much as before. And these are coming down here to forge water to take back to their hive so that they can keep building underground. But we don't want them here, right? So anyway, I'm going to stop right now. I'll come back in another 6 days, 7 days to update you, to let you know that we have zero happening. Woo! I can't wait. So I'll talk to you later. I'm Tanya, and I'm in Paris, California.